Today we'll talk about Elon and his opinion about aliens and pyramids. It's mind-boggling to think about, and that's why today we will analyze this opinion of Elon. Because of Elon's deep knowledge of space, he is often asked about aliens and the potential of human civilization being able to expand beyond the planet we already inhabit. And every time he answers these questions, it creates big controversies. For example, recently he was asked about the existence of aliens, and Elon said that there should be a large number of extraterrestrial species somewhere in the universe. Or else there must be some sort of gate that these civilizations have never been able to make it through. Now we have another very exciting statement and story about Elon Musk, aliens, and who built the pyramids. While theories and speculations about the existence of actual extraterrestrial beings somewhere within our universe, or speculations about moon landing tend to be the most popular theories, there are others that believe there is something conspiratorial about Egypt's most prominent landmarks. In July of 2020, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk made headlines when he seemed to be giving weight to theories surrounding alien involvement in the building of Egypt's Great Pyramids. Just after midnight on July 31st, he tweeted, "Aliens built the pyramids, OBS." This tweet received over 500,000 likes and surpassed 84,000 retweets. With that, it prompted Egypt's Minister of International Operation, Rania al-Mashat, to personally invite Musk to come to Egypt and view the evidence against alien intervention for himself. In a quote tweet, she replied, "I follow your work with a lot of admiration. I invite you and SpaceX to explore the writings about how the pyramids were built, and also check out the tombs of the pyramid builders. Mr. Musk, we are waiting for you." Al-Mashat tagged Musk in the tweet and included a rocket emoji for good measure. This stance regarding aliens and pyramids came as a surprise to many of Musk's followers, as Musk has previously stated much speculation surrounding the actual existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life. He often argues that if intelligent alien life did exist, we would have seen evidence of its existence by now. Musk famously said, "If we talk about Fermi paradox, universe is almost 14 billion years old. Why aren't the aliens everywhere?" And this is one of the most perplexing questions because you could basically bicycle to Alpha Centauri in a few 100,000 years. In 100 million years, even at a very slow speed, you could completely blanket the galaxy. So why not? Gradually, SpaceX and Elon Musk have practically become synonymous with modern-day space exploration. If you hear about some achievement in the space, most of the time it is related to Elon Musk. He is the most active person in this area, between overseeing and funding space research via SpaceX and figuring out the nitty-gritty details of building a self-sustaining colony on Mars. With Musk being a big proponent of space research and exploration, many people put a great deal of stock into his opinions and positions regarding all interstellar matters. So was Musk actually suggesting that aliens built the pyramids? And if he was, is there any evidence to support this theory? Let's take a look, though it might be fun to imagine that little green men and UFOs built Egypt's most prominent landmarks. There is little to no evidence to suggest such an extravagant explanation is behind their construction. In response to Musk's tweet regarding aliens building the pyramids, Egyptian archaeologist Zahi Hawass put out a short video in Arabic, clarifying that Musk's suggestion that extraterrestrials built the pyramids was a complete hallucination. Hawass, one of the archaeologists credited with finding the tombs of the pyramid builders, is considered to be quite the expert in the subject. Findings from the tombs, alongside inscriptions within the pyramids themselves, have unraveled the mystery of who these pyramid builders were and how they lived and worked. In 1990, Egyptian archaeologists uncovered the tombs of these pyramid builders near where the pyramids currently lie. The project was initially given only 13 months to excavate. The 13 months turned into decades of excavation and archaeological work. So far, over 65 tombs have been unearthed, as well as over 900 individual graves. The remains of these individuals alongside the objects and items removed from the tombs has given much insight into how these workers lived. Up until recently, it had long been speculated that slaves were brought in to build the pyramids originally commissioned by King Khufu, the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty. Greek historian Herodotus suggested the number was around 100,000 slaves in total. However, King Khufu didn't have a vast number of slaves at his disposal, and even if he had, there is no way 100,000 people could have worked on a pyramid at once. So just the sheer size of the slave population recorded by Herodotus is a gross overestimation. And not to mention, Egyptian archaeologists have since found much evidence that points to a large contracted workforce rather than one composed entirely of slave labor. Archaeologists speculate that this contracted workforce totaled about 5,000 men and women workers who were brought in to build the pyramids of Giza. In addition to the permanent workforce of 5,000 people, There was an additional workforce of about 16 to 20,000 temporary workers who were brought in as needed. This means that the total number of people working on the pyramids averaged somewhere between 20 to 25,000 workers over the course of 20 years. Prior to finding the tombs of these workers, historians suspected that the workers must have lived nearby and taken up permanent residence. Upon finally finding the tombs, they have been able to piece together information about the lifestyles and work schedules of these people. Based on inscriptions found within the pyramids, it appears that the workers split themselves into 5 shifts that transitioned every 4 hours or so. These shifts usually comprised about 2,000 workers, who were then divided into smaller groups of about 1,000 workers who either worked on the left or the right side of the pyramids. Graffiti found within the third pyramid of Giza hints that one of these groups called themselves the Friends of Menkaure, and another group called themselves the Drunkards of Menkaure. These groups were then split into even smaller groups of about 20 workers and 1 project manager, who were each given a specific task. By splitting the labor force into smaller, more sizable cohorts, the huge tasks of building a pyramid became manageable and achievable. In addition to finding information about how the pyramids were built, archaeologists were also able to surmise that these workers were often aged between 30 and 35 years old, and the discovery of children's toys suggested that they must have settled in a village-like encampment with their spouses and families. Further evidence to support that these were in fact the pyramid builders came from examining the buried remains. Most of the bodies showed stress in the lower back region, which is a big indicator of repeated heavy lifting. Considering how heavy the materials used to build the pyramids were, it makes sense that the workers' bodies would show wear from repeated interaction with these materials. Shortly after his initial tweet, Musk followed up his comments with a link to a BBC article that detailed the evidence regarding the pyramid builders and the tombs found by Egyptian archaeologists. He stated, "This BBC article provides a sensible summary for how it was done, perhaps suggesting that he had been otherwise convinced that pyramids were built by entities other than intelligent extraterrestrial life. Though the pyramids are in fact an otherworldly feat, the existence of the builders' tombs and the artifacts left behind from their life in the shadow of the pyramids suggests that there is nothing otherworldly about their building. It seems that for now we will have to become content with looking for evidence of alien life elsewhere. Nonetheless, there are still many questions regarding aliens, pyramids, and space in general. And as space research continues to grow, it seems more and more likely that we will see the beginnings of these answers somewhere within our lifetimes. And perhaps human intelligence and innovation will prove to be greater than these challenges. And finally, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. It will be a great support for the channel.